I just used to play it with my pals when I was younger, in the street, and that was it. But I didn't have any interest in playing my actual team until I was like 17.
Football was the only thing I was ever interested in when I was younger. I was always out in the fields when I was younger playing football with boys.
My name is HANLON. My role at the club is the senior community coach, and I oversee kind of the girls' pathway, so right from under 7s all the way up to under 15s, and then hoping to sort of bridge that gap to the senior women's team as well.
There we go, we win it, we attack!
Good ball!
Oh! I think the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about women's football is it's the perception that people have of it. Where they think it's not as good as the men's, but in actual fact it's just as good, and the only difference is to do with the tempo of the game. But in terms of quality and the work that these girls put in is 100% the same thing.
I mean, the major difference probably for me is the sort of crowds you get at games and people actually engaging in men and women's football.
To be honest, the women's game, I think it's forever evolving just now. I think we see that quite regular as well. Even week to week we see it, the teams we come up against, we see it in our own team, we even see it as well at the grassroots level. When
I was playing football, you didn't see kind of many girls involved, and it was uncommon.
So growing up, I kind of started off at a boys' team because there wasn't many options there. Obviously school football as well, there wasn't a lot of interest in girls playing football, so I kind of went and played for the boys' team and kind of led on from there, and it was only at that point where I then got obviously scouted for a girls' football team.
Even when I was younger, there wasn't as much out there as there is now for young girls that played football. I mean, I played when I was younger with my brother and his teams, and it was only when I was kind of 13, 14 years old it was a case of, right, there's actually these girls' teams round about, and there was only maybe one or two.
It is that when you're a female playing with boys, it's like armour passing you. It is very, very hard, and I remember I used to get so many injuries because the boys didn't like the fact that you could take the ball round them, and that's why my dad wanted me to get in a girls' team, but there wasn't many girls' teams about back when I was starting out.
It is getting better compared to what it was like years before. Like, there's more social media and all that's probably helped.
I think a big change for me that I've seen in women's football is probably the advertisement now, and the more the kind of bigger it's getting, and you can see more in terms of social media and the way it's now perceived in the social media side of it, which is good, and I think it's getting more and more people involved and getting more and more young girls involved.
I'm a Summer Garrity and I'm a defender and a social media guru. Don't bother. You put me off my stride.
Did you start out in a boys' team or did you start with a girls' one?
Started out in a girls' team, started out at high school, and then I came to Falkirk Ladies, and then just came Colts, and then here.
Let's go! Yes, I'm here! Run the space, run the channel! That's it! 1, 2,
The number of girls that are involved now is just unbelievable. It's really, really good. Here at the club we've got about 80, right from under 7s all the way up. And that's not including kind of all the girls that we see at the after school programmes and young maroons and all that. So
that's it, patience, start again if you need to, patience.
My girls would never have started football if it wasn't for the fact they started the Lee Alexander, that was just girls football only, because they just couldn't get into it, because when they go and play football at school, if they're not any good, they just felt like they're just standing a bit apart, they're not getting the ball passed to them, they've not got any enjoyment in it.
Since coming to the club, to be honest, I would say that slowly but surely we're starting to almost professionalise the setup that we've got in the ladies team, and you also see the girls' academy starting to grow.
Would you say being a professional football player is now a career option for certain women?
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot more opportunity for them to then lead on and be professional. Obviously, you've got to go to higher clubs and things for that, but it's definitely getting there, and I can only see it progressing further.
And again! I enjoy it, and I really do want to take it serious.
Do you want to kind of try and go professional at some point? Is that your ambitions?
I'd like to go professional one day.
Good ball, Hannah, that's it!
I mean, there's still a long, long way to go. I mean, there's still daft things like you maybe say you can't get like a football pitch, or you maybe not getting the best of the equipment, but you're at least getting some time. Compared to what the boys are getting, it is night and day, but it's getting better. Because back when I was playing, it was like you had to borrow the strips from the boys and stuff like that. Now we're getting all our own kit and stuff like that. So
we're offering as many opportunities as we can. Obviously, we know it's difficult to get every single girl through and into a senior team, but we'd like to provide other opportunities for some of them. So it could be a coaching role, whether that be at a camp or helping out with one of our younger teams.
We use these principles which we spoke about now. Yeah.
I think when I was 17, I ended up getting involved coaching one of the teams. So I would be down sort of maybe 6 till 7 coaching one of the younger girls teams, and then I would have my training afterwards. So since then I've sort of been involved coaching various age groups. At the minute I take a girls soccer centre, which is sort of an entry point for girls into football that don't play with the teams.
If you had any kind of words of advice to any young girls who were potentially interested in football, what would you say to them?
Go and try it. Go and try it.
Just kind of listen to your coaches, work hard, eat right, kind of get all your rest in.
Like I say, sport is not for everybody. Football might not be for you. Your sport might be badminton, it might be gymnastics, it might be rugby, it might be whatever sport. Go and try as many as you can and find what sport you like and you find an enjoyment, you find a love for. If it's football, fantastic. We'd love to have more girls coming through this door here. But just find a sport that you love and it gets you excited and go and enjoy yourself. And because you make your best friends and your best relationships involved in sport. So just go and find a sport and enjoy it.